Eckhart is a total charlatan. Now, if Eckhart had an ego, he would experience extreme psychological discomfort. But he doesn't, because he not only does he have an ego, he doesn't never reads the comments. Now then, apart from physical discomfort, there's also psychological discomfort. That's another spiritual practice. Psychological discomfort is you're driving and somebody shouts at you and says you're an idiot. That's called psychological discomfort. Or somebody criticizes you severely, it produces psychological discomfort. Or you read a comment somebody wrote about you on the internet. But these are examples of psychological discomfort. Very interesting to work with that also. Detect it when it happens. And you feel what happens what is psychological discomfort? You feel diminished in your sense of self somehow. Diminished in your sense of self. You feel less. Somebody has diminished you. That's what it feels like. It's like there's less of you there now than there was before. It's all a fiction in the mind, but that's how it's experienced. And why is it experienced like that? Because your sense of self is derived from mental concepts. And then you encounter a hurtful mental concept that somebody's projecting onto you, calling you an idiot, and it hurts. It doesn't hurt you, but it hurts to the egoic self that's identified with concepts that is painful. But if you are alert enough, you can detect that in the moment of it happening. And then by being aware of it, your identity shifts from being trapped in the conceptual self. Your identity shifts to being the awareness behind the conceptual self. And it was only the conceptual self that was suffering, experienced the discomfort. So you step back from the conceptual self into this beautiful presence, the awareness itself, and there you're aware of, there was the arising of discomfort. But when you're not identified anymore with the conceptual self, the discomfort also evaporates, as if nothing had ever happened. And so that's wonderful spiritual practice again. And so this kind of thing, obviously you cannot seek it out like you can seek out physical suffering. You can, but don't do it. You can't seek out psychological discomfort. You cannot, or you could tell your friends, say bad things about me on the internet, and then that's my spirit. I want to see how I react. It doesn't work. But anybody who posts anything into this world, especially if you make a difference in this world, you will get attacked. And if you have a conceptual sense of self, it hurts. But that is the practice. The practice is then stepping back. You are not, so it's a gradual erosion of the conceptual identity. That's always, no matter, that is part of the awakening of consciousness, a gradual erosion of a conceptual identity.